you know the Italian game and how to play against it? In the Italian game, white kicks off with pawn to e4, controlling the center. Black responds with pawn to e5, knight to f3, attacking the pawn, knight c6, defending the pawn, and white puts his bishop on the most active square, and black doing the same with bishop to c5. This is so-called the Italian game. This is one of the most famous chess openings for the white pieces from the very old days till now. In the good old chess days, white players usually try to control the center with pawn to c3, and after knight to f6, they usually started the battle with pawn to d4 and creating a tension in the center. But this strategy didn't work out very well, and in the modern chess, black usually tried e takes d4, and after c takes d4, bishop b4 check. Black is completely fine, and after knight c3, black can take this pawn, but he should be aware of some traps, but if he knows them, then there is no danger for the black pieces. So, this open Italian is no longer the famous top choice for the white pieces. However, in today's chess, very top players such as Magnus Carlsen, Fabiano Caruana, Alireza Firouzja, and so many others tried a different system, so-called the slow Italian or the Giuoco Piano system, with great success. In this system, instead of the very sharp move pawn to d4, white simply puts his pawn on d3, controlling the center, and after that he wants to slowly develop his pieces and gradually outplay black's pieces. In this game, we want to learn how to play against this very popular system. This is a game in the Fide World Cup 2023, the quarterfinals between Arjun Erigaisi and Praggnanandhaa. This is a rapid game, and Erigaisi has the white pieces and Praggnanandhaa has the black pieces. Let's see how Prag will face this opening and what he has in mind against this system. In this position, he plays pawn to d6, and after castle he plays a6, providing the a7 square for his bishop and preventing white from playing d4. Here white plays bishop g5, a sharp and risky move which pins the black knight. But in this position, this move might not be a very good idea because black's king is not yet in the kingside, and he might want to start the attack against the white king. Praggnanandhaa retreats his bishop to a7, and after a4 he plays h6, asking this bishop, where do you want to go? Obviously white cannot take on f6 because after queen takes f6, black has a great domination on the dark squares and his bishop will be a monster. So white should retreat with his bishop. In the game, Erigaisi plays bishop h4, which is a very bad move. He should have played bishop e3 to challenge this bishop, and this position might be equal. But he plays bishop h4, and guess what? Praggnanandhaa starts an attack with pawn to g5, and after bishop g3, this is the ideal position that we want to achieve in our game. Why? Because black has a fantastic attack on the king side with pawn to h5, h4. His bishop on a7 is a monster. His knight will join the attack. And as you can see in the game, black has a very simple game. In the game, Praggnanandhaa plays knight to e7, bringing another piece to the attack on the king side with knight to g6, and after that, knight to f4. In the game, Erigaisi thought that, okay, my position will ruin apart if I do nothing, so I should open the center with pawn to d4 and attack some pawns in the center. But Praggnanandhaa took the pawn on e4, and after d takes e5, he closed the center with pawn to d5 and attacks the white's bishop. White retreats and black puts his bishop on f8. And after that, black wants to simply place h5 and h4, and in this position, white has no hope to hold on. As you can see, this is a disastrous position for the white pieces right out of the opening. In the game, Erigaisi plays knight d4, hoping to block that bishop, but Praggnanandhaa simply plays queen d7. He just wants to play long castle, and after that launch an attack against the white king. In the game, white plays king h1, a mysterious move which asks for troubles because black himself wanted to play h5, and here he plays just h5, and after that he wants to play h4 and crushing the white king on the king side. Here he wants to play h4 and win a bishop, so white plays h4 and simply long castle, and black position is fantastic and white's position is hopeless. White plays queen to e2, bishop g4 attacking the queen, and he plays queen e1. Obviously he cannot play f3 because after knight takes g3 we have a family fork, the queen, the rook and the king. So white plays queen e1 and black brings another piece into the attack with knight to f5. he wants to take on this bishop and finish the game. White in the game plays bishop takes e4. If he plays knight takes f5, black will simply recapture, and after that just look at these pieces and look at this bishop on a7, a monster. Black wants to play knight takes g3, he wants to take on h4, and he wants to crash the white king. This position is hopeless, so white plays bishop takes e4, d takes e4, queen takes e4, hoping to hold on, but black takes on d4, c takes d4, g takes h4, attacking the bishop. If the bishop retreats, black plays h3, wants to crack the king, so if he plays g3, then we have knight takes d4, threatening bishop f3, winning the queen, and if f3, black can take on f3, and rook takes f3 will be met by queen d1, and this will be a checkmate. So in the game, white plays e6, knight takes g3, h takes g3, and bishop takes e6. This bishop will be a monster. He wants to play h3, h takes g3, so he took on h4, rook h g8, using the g file, and look at this white king, which is very weak, and black can simply attack it. Knight c3, queen takes d4. Black is okay with endgame, because if queen takes d4, rook takes d4, he will win this pawn, and this is just over. So white plays rook f4. Now black plays queen d2, attacking g2 and b2. White plays queen f3, and here comes a tactic. Rook takes g2. If white takes back, black will play queen takes f4, and queen takes h4 will be coming. So white is lost. In the game, he plays knight d4, and here comes a series of moves. Rook h2 check, king g1, rook to g8 check, king f1. Oh, king f1 will be mate because of, I guess, bishop c4 check, so he doesn't play king f1. He plays knight to g5, and here bishop to d5, attacking the queen. In the game, Erigaisi plays rook d1, and here Prag missed the mate in 2. He could have mate white in 2 moves. Can you see it? Queen to f2 check, and if queen takes f2, rook h1 will be checkmate. So, but Prag didn't find this. He played rook h1, which is completely fine, and after that Erigaisi resigned the game, because if he takes with queen, he will take on d1, and after rook f1 he will play queen d4, and he will pick up the queen, so this is not possible. And if king takes h1, even simpler, queen takes d1, and after king h2, black wins the queen, and this will be over. So in this game, we saw a very beautiful idea by the black player to play h6 g5 in the opening, in this position after a4, to play h6 g5, and to attack the white king with these maneuvers. You can use this idea in your own games, even if white didn't play bishop g5. If, for example, if he plays h3, you once again can play h6, and after knight d2, for example, you can aim for g5, g4, and attacking this king. This is a very interesting idea, and you can use it in your own games with lots of success. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if this is the case, please like and write your comments below this video. Enjoy chess and life.